So one of the reasons that I've started getting you used to y minus k on one side of the equal sign and x minus h on the other side is so that we're going to start treating y minus k sort of as a unit the way that we treat x minus h to mean moving x over horizontally by h. So we're going to take a look at a circle, and let me just motivate it by saying, if I pick a point x comma y on a center 0, 0 and radius r circle, then I'm going over, hold on, I drew r in the wrong place. I'm going over x and up y, and the Pythagorean theorem says x squared plus y squared is r squared. That's pretty straightforward. If I want to move the center horizontally by h, I just make x minus h squared, because we already know that subtracting h inside with x moves it to h. And then y minus k squared, still r squared. Okay, so the few tricky things that we have, first of all, a diameter is twice the radius. If I have, let me just roughly plot points, 3, -2, and -4, 7. And this is my circle with a diameter going through there. The center is exactly halfway in between. So let's find that center. How do you find the point that's in the middle? Midpoint formula, which is average. How do you average things? Average the x coordinates. And average the y coordinates. Now on the homework, I think I made them nice whole numbers, but it doesn't matter. Got -1/2 and +5/2. So I now have x plus 1/2 squared plus y minus 5/2 squared. I'm almost done. I just have to figure out what the radius is. Now there's two ways to do the radius. One is you can use the distance formula and cut it in half, but there's actually an easier way. If I plug in one of the points, so you plug in 3, -2, so 3 where x is. And then do that calculation. Calculator says, I'm not going to do it by hand. Calculator says 32.5. So my final equation, that's my r squared. So I just don't even square root it. I'm just going to say x plus 1/2 squared and y minus 5/2 squared is 32.5. What will my radius be? Square root of 32.5. Okay, completing the square. We did this a couple of times in 37. Let's learn to do it. It's not that difficult when the leading coefficient is 1. So we'll practice it that way. I'm splitting out the x's with the x squareds and then the y's with the y squareds. And I'm going to move the constant to the other side. Okay, so I like to say half the middle, -3, and then square it. So I'm adding 9. And then on the second one, y, not y squared inside, half the middle, and then square it. What is 9/2 when you square it? Square the top and square the bottom. Okay, and then we just total it up. Math enter is our friend if you're feeling chicken about fractions. -3 plus 9 plus 81/4 is 105/4. So where is the center? Again, we use, don't forget its opposite signs. So center is +3, -9/2. And then the radius is square root of 105/4, otherwise known as square root of 105, shorten the square root sign, and the square root of 4, so root 105/2. All right, this one, the radius is easy. And the center is 3, -2, so x minus 3 squared and y plus 2 squared. That always gets you started. If the radius is, the radius is 3, so 9. It's from -2 to -5. Here we have x plus 5 squared and y plus 3 squared. Plug in the other point. Oh, I do it over on the side here. And get r squared that way. So 9 squared plus 3 squared, otherwise known as 81 plus 9, 90. There's my equation. And you can ask for the center. The center is -5, -3, and the radius is square root of 90.